Welcome to Expert Mom. Today I'm going to talk about etiquette for parents with kids in sports. And I know for myself, I have to revisit a few standards to make sure I'm appropriate on the sidelines as my kids are playing. And so I'd like to share a few of those discoveries that I have learned with you. And just 2 weeks ago, I was watching my son play football, and it appeared that he wasn't covering a guy, and and the player ran past him and ended up scoring a touchdown. Well, I was really into it. I was really upset because that was my son's side. I stood up. I was yelling, "Go, go!" and ended up throwing my Samsung Galaxy S5 phone on the ground, which I cherish this phone. I don't even let my kids touch my phone. And I was so into the moment that I actually threw it on the ground. Thankfully, it's inactive, so it's fine. No problems with my phone. But of course, I had to sit down and realize, calm down, and go over a few etiquette things for myself. So, number one, things may not appear the way they really are. So on the sidelines, we have a hard time seeing distance. It appears that they're right on that player and that they should be able to tackle them or get the soccer ball, whatever it is. But a lot of times, distance-wise is different when you're on the sidelines. So keep that in mind. As well as for myself, I didn't know the play in that football play. He was supposed to go and sack the quarterback, not play that position. And so the play was different, and I didn't know that. So as a parent, we don't know the plays. We don't know what they've been told by the coaches. And so that's another parameter as well. And so for me, I just needed to realize, I found out later that he was supposed to be sacking quarterback. Anyway, also, statistics show that, with exception of baseball, less than 2% of NCAA players go pro. Less than 1% from high school go pro. So, the likelihood of your child going pro is extremely low. You can still dream about it. You can still hope that your kid reaches that status, but the statistics are low. So many parents, I think, a lot of times when their kid's really good, that their kid is going to go to pro, which is fine, and it's good to dream and it's good to hope for the best in that parameter. But then also don't suck everything into that dream, because so many times things happen between now and when your kid can actually go pro. And so I'm not trying to stomp on anybody's dreams, but it's important to be realistic too, and not expect your kid to go pro and hope that it creates a new life for you as a parent. And so anyway, it's good to dream and it's good to hope for things, but at the same time, don't invest everything into that dream because of the percentages being so low. It's important that your child is well-rounded in other areas as well as education and so forth. And then lastly, don't tell the coaches how to coach. As a soccer coach, that was really hard when parents would come up and say, "Hey, put my kid in," and I had this parent do this when the kid had barely even been to practice. They had no idea even how to play soccer. And I was like, you know what? Your child needs to come to practice to learn. They don't even know which way to kick the ball. And the parent was mean about it. And anyway, it's really frustrating as a coach to be told how to coach. And so as parents, I know the first year my son played football, my son barely played at all. And it was really frustrating. I felt like going up talking to the coach about it. But I don't feel like we need to do that. We should be coaching our children and helping them have a good mindset over it. For instance, when my son didn't play that first year except for special teams, the positive part of that is, one, he was able to play in practice, 6 to 8 hours of practice during the week, and that was so valuable to be in practice, learning and learning. And then as he improved, it was his first year, so as he improved, he now plays a lot, but he had to work up to that. And so sometimes our kids are not at the skill level they need to be playing. Sometimes the coaches just need to be playing them more often, though. And so, but as parents, we shouldn't be telling the coaches how to coach, unless, of course, we want to help volunteer, and then we can be a part of that process. Also, if a coach is verbally abusive, I don't agree with that. I don't agree that we should allow coaches to be using foul language, to be talking negatively towards our kids. Sports is supposed to be a good time in our lives where kids are growing, they're learning, and they're expanding and blossoming in that area. But if someone becomes verbally abusive to them, it just deteriorates all of the blessings that they can get from that sport. So it is important that you do call out a coach if they are being verbally abusive. I don't agree with that. Anyway, just a few tidbits of proper etiquette for parents. It's something that I certainly need. And go ahead and share down below if you have some ideas for some more etiquette for parents. Thanks, and have a blessed day, and love those kids. Bye.